Pumpkinhead. Anyway, hi, how are we doing, folks? We got the whole crowd here. We got everyone here. It's cursed trains again. The trains, but they're cursed. It's been so long since I've done one of these. Legit. It has actually been so long. Regarding your recent video, I want to first ask if your mental state is okay, ToT. I know your aim was to help other people, but I'm concerned about you as well. Thank you. On that recent video, I've been better. I think all of us have been better, really. But my main sort of concern is for everyone else, more so than me. I appreciate you asking, though. I've got friends, I've got people here for me. I just know some folks don't, so I want to be there for you guys. But that's all kind of depressing, so let's not really talk about that. We're here to have a good old chuckle. We're here to look at man-made horrors beyond our comprehension, aka cursed trains. So, everyone sit down, strap in. We're not going to talk about the horrors of the real world, and we're just going to look at the horrors of the train world. Oh, D-Man, with already a $5, we've got everyone here. What is this, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, I'll tell you what makes it Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I pick my fighter. Mike, I pick you!
Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! I was watching the stream to sort of wait to like, monitor and to cue me in, and I got echoed really bad. Oh, that was unpleasant.
Oh, you good, man?
Hi,
Are you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Oh, let me turn you down. You're peaking a little bit. There you go. Try to speak a bit.
I'm okay.
Okay, there we go. I shouldn't be going into
hello,
red.
everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't so much summon you as you kind of just fell from the sky and hurt yourself. Also, another little surprise for chat, or at least the people who have a membership, thanks to D-Man. All members in chat, if you click on the emoji, you'll see I've added a bunch more, so we can actually have some kind of funny interactions. We've got the original 4, which is the smug face, the surprise Thomas, the pain, crying train, the happy cartoon Thomas face.
Put the TF2 critical hit in chat.
Yeah, I added the TF2 critical hit. There's Milwaukee Road, obviously. There's the Train of Thought wheel, the British Railways logo, the sad Peepo with the train, the angry I'm sick of this shit Thomas face, Dr. Beaching, the TF2 critical hit, and naturally PogChamp.
Of course.
We gotta have PogChamp.
You can't spell train without Pog.
Sure.
Let's move on.
let's not let's not let's not think about that too much.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. This is trains. Everyone knows
We love
you spell train with a silent P, O, and G. It's like gnome. There's a silent G before the T. Because there's a T in gnome as well, but no one pronounces that
There's
one
a
either.
T in... No, there's not. Are you gaslighting me? There's not a T in gnome.
There is no.
G.
There's no T in gnome. Are you genuinely second guessing everything you know about the English language?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Train of thought, professional gaslighter. There's a T in gnome.
I mean, I got gnomed. Let's continue.
You've been gnomed.
Right, so we've got some cursed trains.
We have cursed trains to look at. You know what? Should I actually... I need to get my screen up for Mike so he can see them in the first place.
You
do. Share your screen. Oh. Apparently members get a fake super chat.
A fake super... Interesting.
Oh, as in... Nice. I guess?
Neat.
Okay, I'll set the frame rate to 15 frames. You only get 15 frames, Mike.
How cruel of you. Let's continue. Right. So
Okay.
There's the Santa train. Very apropos,
One sec.
given that it's early November. Just the exact right time to start celebrating Christmas.
The perfect time to start celebrating Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I love Christmas much more than I do Halloween.
Christmas is a vibe.
Christmased up. I love it.
Halloween's a spooky vibe. Christmas is a let's just get in a nice warm blanket with some hot chocolate and just vibe.
I love the snacks. I love mint flavor, as everyone knows. I love gingerbread as well.
I didn't know you liked...
It's so good.
You say everyone knows, but I didn't know you liked mint.
You didn't know I like mint? I'm always fiending for that mint. I love...
He's a mint fiend.
Yeah, exactly.
Minty Mike.
I am so minty fresh, dude. I get that toothpaste and I slurp it down. No,
God.
when I was in the UK, I found club bars. They're called mint club bars, and you could buy like a pack of 8 of them for like less than £1, and they were so good. Oh my god! I was messaging you a while back, and I was like, "ToT, can I send you some ketchup chips if you'll send me some club bars?" And you're like, "No, they're awful." And I was like, "Oh man."
I mean,
Because
I'll send
here
you
they
the
cost-
club. I'll send you the club bars, but I don't want the ketchup chips.
But they're a delicacy, a Canadian delicacy.
And people say British food is awful, and you're here with just plain tomato ketchup chips.
Well, they're very good, honestly.
Ketchup isn't a flavor; it's a flavor enhancer.
Yes, it is. It tastes like ketchup.
Yeah, ranch dressing tastes like ranch dressing. But if you gave me something ranch dressing flavored, I would smack you in the mouth.
What if I think for a while we had poutine flavored chips. I wonder if they're still around.
What the?
Might be able to send you one. Have you never heard of poutine?
You might have said what it is at one point, but the word poutine sounds disgusting to me.
Okay, so poutine is basically you have what you call chips, we call fries. You have fries, you have gravy, and then you have cheese curds, and you just kind of just slap them on each other. And then
so
you eat
it's just cheese, chips, and gravy.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna get started looking at these cursed trains. Hold on, let me.
Oh boy.
Adjust this.
What are you doing now? I'll check chat. What's chat saying?
There we go. Hey ToT, how are you? I'm good. Been better, been worse.
I'm doing okay.
Mike's doing okay. We're all okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how I feel. What matters is this.
Looks like a train to me, boss.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like it looks like a train to me and all. I mean, I don't like that it has no pilot wheels at the front.
You know, remember when I asked you, like, why not have a train of all powered wheels? This is it. This is the train with all power wheels.
Yeah, it is all powered wheels, but it's not going to go very fast. Not safely. Okay. Not safely, at least.
Built for power, not for speed.
I guess.
Title of my sex no.
God. What I don't like is this bit here at the front. I'm not sure you can see my mouth.
You missed the spot.
There's a big gap, and I don't know. I don't like the gap.
The train is actually hollow. It's like a little cardboard cutout.
It's actually, you know, when you get like a chocolate egg, if you were to break it open, it's just completely hollow.
It's like a Kinder egg.
Like the whole boiler, that's just one great big like tube of chocolate, and then like the wheels at the bottom is just like folded cardboard.
Ooh,
why are we talking about food?
Because it's tasty.
Because we've been talking about club bars, poutine, and now this.
I don't know, something about trains makes you hungry.
I mean,
that's why they have dining cars.
Yeah, you know what? I can't argue that. Hey, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, D-Man.
That rocks, dude. Thank you.
Okay, another cursed paint job, I imagine. Fuck you, yellow bonnets, your U30GC.
It's got the that font that's kind of everywhere. The one that was on Pet Sounds from the Beach Boys. I forget what it's called.
I have no idea what the font is, but I think if there's anyone here who'd know what the font would be called, you are the font man.
There was a Vox video about it. Hold on a second. Exciting content, everybody. I'm looking up a Vox video. Vox font to figure out the name of the font. Santa Fe font. It's not Comic Sans. I know it's not Comic Sans. No, Vox font is just showing me the website, the font that Vox uses. No. It's the font that's on like the cup noodle packages.
Someone's saying Santa Fe, someone's saying Santa font.
Cup noodle package font.
The riveting Cursed Trains content you all came for, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's wrong. It's not that. It's the... I'm so angry. Pet Sounds font.
Is the cursed part of this one just how dedicated to looking up font? Cooper Black.
Thank you. Oh my god, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Thank you, Roberto Hahn.
I love Cooper Black. It's a good font. It makes me happy.
Here we go. So let's have a look at more Cursed Trains.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's smiling. It shouldn't be.
Oh. Okay, so what someone has done, it looks AI generated, but what's actually happened is I think this is a picture someone's taken of like a model train on a layout, and they've stuck the model in clay face on the front. And then what they've done is they've put it in paint.net and put the oil painting filter on it.
Its eyes are sort of poking out like it's seen a pretty lady in a cartoon.
Its eyes are bulging in a concerning way. But the look on its face has got that, really? Like,
whoa.
You care? You want to hear about... You want to read all 48 pages of my headcanon Thomas the Tank character?
I choose you.
Oh dear.
The Simpsons. I love it.
Oh
yeah, this looks like a boat. This looks like a boat.
It does.
It's a narrowboat put on wheels.
No, what it is the green part is the boat, and then the black chassis is just the flatbed they're transporting it on.
Exactly.
But
We're cruising.
but it's just a double-ended boat.
Love me some double-ended boats.
It's just like a catamaran, but without the other part, so it's just a moran.
Unlike most boats, this one can move forward and backwards.
Most boats can move backwards, though. Just not as fast as forwards.
I've been fleeced.
You've been fleeced. We got him, boys. We got him.
I paid like $1,200 for this boat that can go backwards. You're telling me every boat can go backwards?
Not as fast as forwards, but yeah.
Oh, I gotta call my wife. Oh, I've made a mistake.
No.
Long train.
There's the boy, the big boy, and the
big boy.
Say that again, Mike.
The big
The big boy.
Exactly.
Oh God.
God, you could do like what is it? You know that factoid where it's like the Wright brothers' first flight could have taken place within a 747? The entirety of the Wright brothers' first flight could have taken place entirely within this train.
The length.
The length of it. The sheer length.
Oh boy. What else we got? It's the battery.
The electric train of the future.
It's the bat train.
Coming soon to the Avanti West Coast.
You could say it's currently on time. I hate myself more than I think anyone else in chat could hate me for making that joke.
Oh, it's a little steampunk fella.
It's steampunk-ish, but it's... hold on.
Steampunk, but you don't want to commit.
What it looks like... It low-key looks like someone's tried to take a HO gauge model and turn it into a live steam model with, like, real brass.
Oh my god. That would actually be really interesting. Would that even work?
I mean, maybe. It'd be hard as hell.
Because I'd imagine it's so small that, like, it's not going to hold enough water to, like, do anything.
At the same time, though, I think it is just purely aesthetic. I don't think this actually functions. It's just all aesthetic.
It's got a little fishbowl at the front, if you look at that.
It does. Do you reckon... I know it's, like, there, it's just the light, but I can just imagine there's, like, a goldfish just, like, vibing.
Swimming around in there.
Could you imagine sticking a goldfish bowl on the front of a train? What would it be like for the... I was like, what would it be like for the fish?
Screaming. And just like...
Just as it's going down the tracks. You won't want to make an emergency stop.
What's that video of the guy taking the fish out of water and showing it the solar eclipse and then putting it back?
It's those guys that, like, find the frog, they just put their phones onto, like, the hypnosis pattern and they just trap the fog in the phones. Oh dear. And the line, oh,
it's got a little...
This has obviously been, like, warped and photoshopped in some way, the boiler here.
It's like when a mama cat picks up their little kitten by the scruff of the neck. Just kind of...
What, you're picking the boiler up by the dome?
Exactly.
And it just sort of sags. If you grab this locomotive and you lifted it up, the boiler would just keep extending while the wheels stayed on the ground.
Exactly.
But you know that thing you do with cats where, like, you pick up a cat by the middle and but all 4 feet stay on the ground, but you lift it up like a slinky.
Exactly.
Oh god.
I love it.
Average Pennsylvania service. Oh, hey.
$5,000 on Facebook Marketplace. I know what I have. No low balls.
I would love this Land Rover. I don't know what railway it's on, but I want it.
It's just like it's Jeremy Clarkson's sports train.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a sports train. Land Rovers aren't exactly renowned for their speed or their quality.
Well, it's certainly not an all-terrain train because trains very famously have a narrow range of conditions where they can run. On the rails or, nothing really. So it's not really an all-terrain vehicle anymore.
I also love that the way
one-terrain vehicle.
I also love that the way like the wheels are driven is it's not like they've not got like it connected to the camshaft.
I just noticed that.
But it's they've just taken the Land Rover's wheel off, put a hub on, and they're just using a chain and a cog to just connect it to the bottom.
Clarkson core. USS Salem and Chance says, you hear about the BBC scrapping some of the Top Gear cars? I feel like they'd be able to get more money out of like auctioning them than scrapping them.
Yeah, is it the I think I heard about this. Isn't it the Toyota Hilux, the one they had on like a big plinth? Because they were like, okay, this is the most indestructible car in the world. Because they bought an old Toyota Hilux, and I think they set it on fire. They chained it down, and like on the beach, and let the tide come in, and then the chain.
Oh yeah, they put it in the ocean.
Yeah, they put it in the ocean, and then like the chain's broken. It ended up washing ashore and being like mucked up. They put it on. They set it on fire. They put it on top of like a building, like a block of flats that was being demolished, and they uncovered it, and they got it going again.
I still can hardly believe that.
I know they have scrapped some of the cars they've used in like various challenges. I know there was when they had to make their own police cars. Someone was in a scrapyard and they found was it a Porsche Jeremy modified or whatever the car was Jeremy modified to be a police car. They found like the body of that and the body of like the Jeep Hammond modified. So I think they do just sometimes if it wasn't like that big of a deal, I think they usually do just scrap the cars outright.
Well.
You know it. Yes, yep. But they had a whole museum of them, but now the rest of the collection is being scrapped. That's a shame. At the end of the day, they are just machinery, nuts and bolts, but I get why people would be upset about that. Moving right along.
It's a train.
It's a big train. So big it's got its own oil tanker at the back.
That's actually interesting. Why is it that with diesel trains you never really saw that? Because because I know they might have. Well, I'd imagine they have better fuel efficiency than coal-powered trains. But it's a diesel train. Why don't you usually see them with a big diesel tank on the back?
Because they usually have the fuel tanks in them are big enough that when filled they can make the journey without needing any extra. Steam locomotives with coal and water, the tenders carry water as well as coal.
Oh.
So, and the rate at which a steam locomotive consumes coal and water, it needs as much space as it can.
People in chat are saying it's a gas turbine train. Oh. Gas turbines are awfully inefficient at low revs. That's true. I actually know something about this. Gas turbine cars. I think they were like very nearly a thing. That's about all I know.
Gas turbine was a thing, maybe, nearly, but it's not.
I think GE made a concept, and even though the concept did well, they killed it for some reason, and I can't remember why.
I don't Weird Toronto A to Z crosstown LRT.
Ooh.
What is this?
Oh, we got some urban rail. Let's
C
go.
is for Crosstown LRT. Started construction in 2011. It was supposed to be open in 2020, but there's still no opening date. The boss got his contract extended to keep making $900,000 a year. The stations look so ready. They've taken care of the appearance and the aesthetic without taking care yet of the train. It's like a bunch of teenagers starting a band, and they come up with the name for the band and maybe even a logo for the band, but nobody plays.
Is there supposed to be audio?
So far, the line is served by trains.
Can you not hear the audio?
Hours a day. But some stations have lighting.
Well, that's a you problem.
Why are some lights on? Am I supposed to be impressed that there's like lights on? Because
so it seems. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. Basically, it seems that in Toronto they've built the station, but it's just not open.
Oh.
And it's still under construction.
Oh well, that's a shame.
If you're trying to get in here to catch an LRT,
I was hoping we'd see some nonsense
no
like
on,
what is it like that? Like at the TGV going on like a tram track, or like something like that. Like I don't know the exacts of it, but I remember seeing either a video or something of a TGV train being in an odd place where it shouldn't really be.
I do love seeing like big locomotives on tram tracks or in urban areas. Because there's something so strange but fitting about it. Like, you know how in the Polar Express the kid goes outside and, you know, there's the fucking whole train in the middle of the street?
Yes, I've always loved that bit of the movie.
Like, there's part of the tramway in Manchester. I'm trying to remember whereabouts it is. I think, is it going to Ashton? I can't remember. I have to look at the map. Basically, it goes along just a road for quite a while, and like if you're sat in the back of the tram and the driver hasn't fully pulled down the blind in the driver's window at the back, you can just see someone in a car following the tram close behind. Like it's crazy. It's weird. But it makes me wonder, like, what if I was just driving, like, just a Great Western Pannier down the road? Like, it's feasible. It is feasible because it's the same gauge track, and it's a relatively sturdy road, so it should be able to carry the weight of it.
I found the TGV. Hold on, I'll send it to you like right now, immediately.
He's sending it to me right now, immediately.
Someone in chat, thank you. Who mentioned it? Roberto Hun. Yeah, they dragged a TGV through BRN Brno in Czechia. Is not the Czech Republic. Czechy.
Oh, dang.
That location.
It's a cool picture.
Yeah, it's just the TGV. I love the TGV. I love the orange TGV. It has like a cool front-looking bit to it.
Sorry, I can't show the picture to you guys. Chat. It's weird.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's weird how OBS works. I'd have to select the chat with and I can't be asked.
I'll post it in the Cursed Trains channel.
Yeah, post it right at the very bottom of the Cursed Trains channel. If you're really that bothered to look, you'll go and find it yourself.
Copy image, and then we just kind of paste it in there and check it.
Yes, I am the same person that says I love you and I care about you. I'm also the same person that says fucking do it yourself. It's just.
Somebody put it in stream highlights. Perfect.
Yeah, stream highlights. That's a better place to put it.
I forgot that channel existed. Danke.
Oh,
there it
boy.
is.
Hey, what else we got? The Little Engine That Could. Really, really small picture.
Could it though? Could it really?
I don't know, but why is its face on its funnel?
I was about to, it's weird that the trains and so have the train, like the face is on the front of the thing, but the funnel it's not a better option.
Like, with the smoke box, you can kind of get away with it, because you can say, like, well, it's a big circle, and it's a big flat circle. It's easy to draw a face on a big flat circle.
Exactly.
when it's the smokestack, and it's it's this upside down cone shape.
This guy got that cylindrical face.
It doesn't really lend itself to the shape of a head, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tiny.
I guess it was a real locomotive. Who'd thunk it?
Oh, wow.
What else we got? This is an online course I had to take. What's with the doors? Why are the doors so big?
It's a Tesco train.
Yeah, no, those are the doors that, like, when you walk up to them, like, there's a little sensor and they both just slide open. But they don't lock it as the train's going, so you have to stay away from the door or like not move when the train's going, because if you move, the door's gonna fly open and there's just gonna be like a sudden draft and it's gonna like pull out anything that's like lightweight or loose. It just blows everyone shopping everywhere. The poor old grandma who's just gotten back from having a perm done, all her curlers are pulled out.
Yeah, I just got to pop down to the train Tesco real quick. Got to get my train bread.
Train
milk. Train sco.
Oh,
he's fallen over.
he eepy.
A sleepy boy.
Yeah, look, he's got a blanket over him. He's sleepy.
Thank you, 9K21.
Is that a 1 or is that a botched 7?
I think it is a 1. It's just kind of been dislodged.
Regardless, he's a sleepy boy. He's tired. A mimir. I love that meme of just a mimir.
A mimir. I love it.
Hey, whoa.
He's got that Japanese spider crab stance.
Really squat, but he's got his arms high up.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to figure out what this would be for. Is this a narrow gauge locomotive, or is this like a standard gauge locomotive? Because it looks like a narrow.
Chad said, "Put them grippers away."
It looks like a. I'm gonna get you.
I'll get you.
No, I'm gonna get you. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Someone's saying dual gauge. I'm thinking it because the tracks I can only see the one rail, so it might be a narrow gauge locomotive that has to sometimes like go on gauntlet track or mixed gauge track, and ends up like pushing around larger wagons sometimes. I don't know. This is one of the weirdest buffers arrangements I've ever seen. Like, it must be narrow gauge because you can see here like the pale rectangles where like the paint hasn't weathered the same where the old buffers used to be. Narrow gauge modified to run on standard gauge, maybe. There's just people calling it the tickle monster.
I like how the smoke box is slightly open, it seems.
Oh yeah, no. The smoke box looks like it's coming off. Which I like to imagine that it can still run with the smoke box off, or like slightly open in this way. And so as it's chuffing along, like, smoke's not only coming out of the funnel, but it's just kind of like every now and then just leaking out of the smoke box as well, and the driver's just constantly like really annoyed as he's trying to drive it along.
No, but you see that bit opens up, and then one of the buffers grabs a cigar and sort of occasionally puffs it. And that's what's going on here.
The buffers are raised up so it can just on its break, it just reaches into like its cigarette tin and just pulls out a rolled out cigarette. Oh, it's goofy. What on earth is this?
The Oscar Minor Wiener Train.
God damn it.
The Wiener Express.
Sausage.
Sausage.
Okay, so I think what this is a pneumatic locomotive. Well, this is one of those, like, fireless compressed air locomotives.
Get in the tube. Get in the tube.
Actually, hold on a second. Isn't this back part? Have you ever seen the Simpsons movie?
No.
If anyone's ever seen the Simpsons movie, Homer like makes that silo because he gets the pig, so he makes a silo to put all the pig shit in, and it's like this really crudely welded together botched silo.
You think that's what it's transporting here?
Yeah, it's transporting Homer Simpson's silo.
Exactly.
Also, someone's donated $5. Mango, yeah. Have you ever thought about doing this type of stream with Heist? Because I know he does cursed trains as well. I might get him on stream one day. I like doing it with Mike, but you know, I might get Heist in on this too.
Oh, look, he's replacing me.
I'll never replace you, Mike.
You say as you like turn to your like advisor. It's like
there's just like there's a very sort of pale looking guy with like thin short hair, and he's got like those kind of square, like those thin square glasses, and he's just looking at me, and he's got like
advisor Sinestro man.
You know those
yeah.
You know those like clipboard folders. Like a sort of clipboard holder. He's got one of those open, and I just sort of like, I just look at him and I gesture my like hand waving back and forth under my chin, like nah. And he just silently nods and makes a note.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, I am interested why a pneumatic locomotive would need an additional giant cylinder attached to it, because these engines are usually designed to work around factories and generally in areas where they're close to a source where they could just be topped up if they are needed. So there's this thing going on like a really long journey.
It's a very big factory.
It's just a big factory, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like it's completely, I don't think I can explain how impractical it is having a wagon this long, especially on like tight factory bends and switches.
I just want to mention something. That massive tank there would be filled with presumably very high pressure air.
Or steam.
Oh yeah, that's better. High pressure, just gas, just high pressure anything inside that, just that amount of it is kind of terrifying.
The PSI in this tank, it looks like something Wallace and Gromit would build.
Oh my god, no, yeah, you can just see that now, the top popping off, and it's like bread dough on the inside.
Like, do you know how in A Grand Day Out they built that? You know, they built that really shoddy looking rocket. And it's just got like panels riveted everywhere.
You're right.
If you were to rotate this image 90 degrees and paint this part orange, you've got like from this part and maybe like one panel down, you've got the rocket from Wallace and Gromit. Oh, man.
Indeed.
Also, new Wallace and Gromit film coming out in, I think, January. I'm hyped.
Yeah, I bet it'll be good.
Apparently, it's got a 100% rating from people who have seen it already.
Really?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Alright, what's next?
Toronto.
Oh, that's like an old tram.
Was it built that way, or is that a school bus that's been converted into a tram? Nah,
old trams kind of look like that. I'd imagine because
maybe where you're from.
Well, didn't the UK get rid of their trams in like the 60s? You haven't had a tram since then.
What do you mean we haven't had a tram
Well,
since then? You've been in Manchester. You rode on the trams with me. You dingus.
Fake news. I didn't actually. They weren't real. I was hallucinating. No, I mean like that. As in, like, there were like the UK kind of skipped out on the 70s and 80s in trams and sort of jumped back in the later 90s. So like this could be a tram from like the maybe late 60s or something.
Someone say it's a streetcar converted into a subway.
Oh.
So we're both wrong.
Ah.
It's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen.
I like it.
It legit looks like something from Thunderbirds that's used to ferry miners from like the entrance of a mine to like the dangerous part where all the explosives are. That's gonna cause a cave in, and the Thunderbirds are gonna have to come in and save them. Oh dear Lord.
Oh god, no! It's a pedal pub.
It's not even a pub. It's just pedal.
It's just pedal pub, but you don't even get to drink.
Hey, not getting to drink is a state of mind, and it's a state of mind I have not yet fully accepted. So I'm just going to quickly take a shot of something I've got under my desk. Ah, toffee liqueur, you've never wronged me yet.
Someone say it looks like it runs on Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Deutsche Bahn's budget's tight right now.
You know how in like the Netherlands, you can cycle basically everywhere in the Netherlands. Like if you go to Amsterdam, there's like most of the roads are just filled with bicycles.
Oh my god!
This is next on the docket for Amsterdam. Is just there's just a bunch of these at a station, and when enough people get on board, they just rack their bike into a slot, and you just pedal, and that powers the whole train.
One of those charts where it's like, X many people can fit in cars on this stretch of road, X many people can fit in buses, X many people can fit in trains. Just, we're combining the train portion of that diagram and the bicycle portion of that diagram into one sort of weird image.
You gotta blend it all together. Oh my god.
A trainette, if you will. A small one.
That is... I want it. I feel like this looks like something that could fit in my pocket, and I want it.
Lakeshore Stone Products.
Company.
Corporation.
One molecule of train.
Can we get a train? Yeah, but only a little bit.
Can you get a train? Only a spoonful. From now on, whenever I think of the word single cell organism, this is what's going to come to my mind. I'm trying to think.
Clyde.
I'm trying to think. Is this
This isn't a Clydesdale. This isn't a Clydesdale. I was about to say small Clyde. This isn't a Clydesdale. This is a Pinto. That's a horse joke.
It's a Heisler. Someone's pointed out because the cylinders. It's this part here. They're pointed inwards and downwards like it's on a crankshaft.
Well, who the hell's a Clyde in chat? Who identify yourself?
So I think so. Basically, what this is you've got the boiler here, which I don't know if this is a boiler or if this is like a pneumatic locomotive, like we've seen previously. Actually, no. Yeah, the funnel's there. It's sticking out the top of the cab. It's like a really backwards built engine. And then you got the cylinders here, kind of pointed downwards at a 45-degree angle into between the frames, which presumably drives some kind of geared jack shaft, which then turns this wheel here, which is connected to the rods, which turns the actual driving wheels. It is... It's crazy. I love it. I want one. I just want one because I feel like I could throw like a Pokeball down and this would pop out.
I choose you. That's train. Oh.
Oh no, it's the bus.
It's a fake train.
It's a bus that's lying to us.
Imposter.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Me and my friends have been playing a lot of Among Us recently as just a way of hanging out. So as soon as you said that... Oh, boy. Oh, that is a small picture that's hard to see. Let me zoom in so the people at home can see. I can't see for shit. It looks like a very small engine on a... Good God, a lot of people are letting off fireworks outside. Hold on, I'm going to quickly go open my window. I've taken my headphones off so I can't hear you, Mike. But I'm just going to... Oh, no. Oh, my dressing gown. There we go. Just gonna...
Are you wearing a dressing gown, did you say?
You all hear that?
Yeah. My goodness.
Crazy.
It's an air raid.
Oh. I can just about see the fireworks from out my window.
Are they good? Oh, right, you can't hear me.
Can you all hear that?
Chat, he can't see you.
Why am I
I just
streaming?
wanted to make that clear. Yeah, I was about to say...
Why am I streaming? I should be watching those.
Bro.
What are the fireworks for? It was bonfire night on the 5th of November. And so, essentially, because that was a Tuesday, on... I think last weekend, you know, you had a load of people setting off fireworks because, you know, Tuesday is an awkward day of the week to celebrate something. So last weekend, people were setting off fireworks. And then you've got this weekend where people are setting off fireworks as well. It's because they missed it because it was on a Tuesday.
How do people go about getting fireworks in the UK? Because I went into a few gas stations and I never once saw fireworks for sale.
Legit, you just go into a shop. It can be an Aldi or a Tesco or a Sainsbury's or whatever. They'll have a big sort of display near the front. And it'll have like all the fireworks they have for sale. And there'll be like a little leaflet and it'll say, there'll be a little box on the back and it'll say which fireworks, how much they cost. And you just tick off which ones you want. And when you go to pay at a till, you just hand them the little...
Oh!
And they'll go...
That's why I didn't see them.
And someone will go to the back and they'll fetch them for you. They'll just make sure you're over 18.
Ah, okay. Over here, they're just like out on the shelves. Yeah, we got them at my at the pharmacy.
You just put them on a shelf?
Well, yeah, you just go and buy them.
What?
Otherwise, it's a real hassle. You gotta go up to a guy and ask for them.
My brother in Christ, they're explosive ordnance. They're fireworks.
It's fireworks. It's fine.
At a pharmacy as well?
Well, I mean, where else will they go?
Literally anywhere else.
Is the grocery store more...
Walmart, Best Buy, Costco,
fireworks.
fucking anywhere else. Why the hell would you just leave them out on a shelf?
Well, because, you know, it just to buy them, I guess. To be fair, I haven't seen that as much anymore. I think most of the fireworks he sees now, yeah, at least the large ones, they're in a little cabinet, like a glass cabinet that you can look at, and then you have to go up to the guy and ask him to get him for you. But when I was a kid, they used to be just on the shelves right next to the electronics and then the stationery and then the fireworks.
Ah, yes, toasters, staplers, and the Whiz Banger 4000.
Well, it wasn't toasters. There's just like random like coax cable connectors and like a couple old telephones. And, a few.
Thank God we put the fireworks in the one department where there's guaranteed to not be a spark. Wait a minute. Oh, yep, they're going off again.
It's all right.
God, it's like the Germans are flying overhead again. Whoa.
Huh. It's got those little... You know how like 50s cars would have fins on the back and those fins would have little nodules for the taillights?
Yeah.
It's got little nodules for its taillights.
It's retro, but I like it.
GM Arrow Shunter.
I was about to say, what did you just call me? I beg your pardon.
Oh, it does look like something that would be called an arrow shunter. This is Thunderbird's core.
It is very Thunderbird's core.
This is the thing that sort of falls over.
Yeah.
Because paradoxically, when you have a show that is all about like technology kind of coming in and sort of big machines, ironically, you have to have the big machines breaking all the time for there to be any plot. That's something I noticed when I was watching sort of shows in general. I was watching Lost in Space to try and sort of like get a bit better at German. I had it on the German dub. And like every single piece of equipment in that show is constantly breaking or malfunctioning. And it's like, wow, everything is terrible. Like they had a cord. Like this was a plot point. They were driving really fast and it was important that they do it. But the point is they had a cord, little like basically what looked like an audio plug, like connecting this trailer to the car that's pulling it. And it just kind of fell out and like, a drama happened. And then like the guy had to get up out of the car while it's moving to plug it back in. And it just looked like, I was like, don't you have screws to put? Aren't like big rigs, they have like you when you recap with Minty Mike. Thank you, chat. What I'm saying is, like, we have better forms of attaching plugs to things nowadays. It's called like a screw or like a lever or something like that.
Well,
like big rigs.
You push it in and it clicks.
Exactly, you push it in and it clicks. This like supposedly future tech just looked like he was plugging in an iPod like to the back of this this supposedly advanced technology. I was like, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh god, let's keep going. Big wheels!
Oh wow.
Look at them wheels!
Spinny boys.
I may do a video on this engine at some point in the future because they are quite interesting how these are built. But like, it's the fact that the boilers for these had to be really small. Because look how low slung the boiler is. The axle to hold the wheels on would be going right through the middle of it. And that's no way to design a boiler.
Exactly.
It's just all speed, no torque. Oh.
Oh, he's on stilts.
As I say, it's like it looks like he's on like he's got like it looks like he's got chicken feet.
Little talons.
Good God, they're really going ham with the fireworks.
Yeah, like that is
Half-Life 2
Half-Life
core.
2 core. I can see it.
Ah, that's so weird looking. And the last one, what?
It's 2 trucks.
2 trucks doing what, Mike? 2 trucks doing what, Mike? I kid. It's G.A. Gammon and Co. Sawmillers Mamaku. But here's the thing: for a moment when I first saw that, I thought that said Miku. So I was like, Hatsune Miku? Is that you? Truly, they were ahead of their time.
So when Chacha says mitosis,
It is. It looks like in a minute they're gonna pull apart and there's going to be 2 little rail motors. This is how they build rail motors. Okay, alright, we're back to the bus. Next up, oh my god.
sleigh ride. Let's go.
Look at that.
Wait. There's a guy in the front steering it like a.
Have you
like
just
a toy
noticed?
sled. I
love these things. I did a video, was it last year or the year before, where I was like talking about steam locomotives that were designed to go on snow, and they had skis at the front and these big like spiked treaded wheels at the back. But the middle part you'd essentially believe was a steam locomotive. And I saw a picture of one of these on like a stamp, and I was like, I'm not sure whether or not these actually existed. These are real, and I'm going to do a video on them because they are legitimately insane.
I don't know if I want to be near one of these.
It is just a great big like locomotive because you got like the water tank and everything, and then at the back, like, I don't know if many of them came with cabs, but because most of these were intended to be like log haulers, you know, in the winter after doing a lot of like lumberjacking, you'd be left with a load of logs, and the best way to transport them before building railways was to just wait for winter and drag them through the snow. You'd need a big log hauler, and that's what these are. And so, I don't know if they came with cabs, but basically, they were like, okay, it's freezing. We've got a load of wood. I'll just build a shed around where we need to stoke the fire.
Wouldn't the like center of mass be really high up?
It's not that high, all things considered. And like, given how broad the wheels are, it's broad enough that it should keep its balance.
I suppose.
But it just sucks because you needed someone at the front to steer the skis.
Yeah, I was about to say, how it would be real, like, you know, forget power steering. Like, you would have to jerk that thing around really hard to get the steer with, like, presumably there's a lot of weight on those skis.
I think it's, looking at it, I think it's gears.
I was about to ask, is it like those old traction engines where they have like a gear which is pulling a chain, which is pulling the wheels?
I think it'll be something similar to that, but I think it's just gears instead of chains. It's crazy. I love it. It's just the most redneck looking thing you've ever seen. What the hell?
D&H Colco Pneumatic, the train of the future.
You know how you were saying something about the Oscar Mayer?
No, this is the cigar train.
I don't know. This looks like it should be surrounded. This looks like it needs a jacket on it that's in the shape of a giant hot dog bun.
I like the pneumatic trains. I think they should have existed more. I think they're neat.
I think they still do exist in various power plants.
If only.
No, they do.
If only they did. Wishful thinking, I know, but...
Okay. Why do I imagine... I can just imagine a fuse sticking out of one end of this.
It looks like a stick of dynamite.
It's a big stick of dynamite. It's just me and my comically large stick of dynamite. I'm gonna finally catch that Roadrunner. Oh, I think
Oh,
it's a different.
double-barreled.
It's double-barreled.
Say hello to my little friend.
It kind of looks like a bit of a face at the front, actually. Is that just?
Oh no, I can see it now.
Because you
Two
got
eyes.
you got the two eyes, and you got like the buffer beam kind of makes the mouth, and like here, this bar along the top here kind of almost turns into eyebrows.
It looks like Johnny Five.
Johnny Five is alive.
Why did you do that in like a vaguely Indian accent?
Isn't the guy that built Johnny Five Indian? I thought he was.
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
Neither have I.
Do you think I watched that crap?
I think I've seen someone do a review of it, and I think the guy that builds Johnny Five is meant to be sort of like Indian, but I think it's not played by an Indian guy.
Ooh.
So the accents.
Classic blunder.
The accents are a little bit dodgy. Just a little bit dodgy. The right amount of dodge. Hey.
Oh, it's got a little roof on it.
I love these, like, it looks like the boiler from a traction engine. I love how, like, put together these little shunting engines look. I think from the buffers it might be an Australian or a New Zealand logging engine. But I just love
Chaz calling it the thingamajig.
It's very thingamajig energy, you know?
It's doohickey core.
It looks like something...
Mystery Shack? What?
Someone's saying in New Zealand you never use buffers. I thought you did in New Zealand. I might be wrong. I apologise.
Why wouldn't they use buffers?
Why wouldn't you use buffers? If it's good enough for the Australians, it should be good enough for you. Man, I love these engines though, because you can see how they were clearly designed for function and little more, but that gives them a certain vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it was also... Like, this was designed to work as a shunting engine, and then they were like, sun's a bit hot, innit? Yeah, I could be doing with a cab. And so they just, like, got some sheet metal they found and just bashed it into an arch shape and just threw together a frame and just bolted it on top. Like, and just the chain drive. I love it.
You love a good chain drive.
Oh, I've done a video on this.
Oh, there's a lot of wheels.
I think it's the Johnston 16-wheeler. Ooh.
This one looks a little bit...
It's moving fast. Or the cameraman sneezed while taking the picture. It's the wheels that are grabbing my attention. Because they look solid.
Tysons. They're pizza trays.
And it's rare
you know what I mean?
It's rare you see wheels on locomotives that aren't in some way like spoked.
This train gives you like 50% more wheel per wheel.
Our wheels are solid cast iron, giving you more wheel per wheel.
We use the whole wheel here.
What was it, that animation they did to promote Portal 2 and the turrets? And the turrets fire the whole bullet, cartridge and casing included. It's like, we give you more bullet per bullet. And that's why the turrets.
Precisely.
That's why the turrets are so crap at killing you, is because they're not like actively firing guns. Like, they're not firing the bullets at you. They're just like launching them at you at high speeds. Another logging engine.
A lot of cursed stuff happens in log yards.
Look how.
I feel like. Ooh.
Look how thick the wheels are on that boy.
Do you think that's one of those trains that were converted to like run on, log tracks?
Yeah, when they just made rails out of just wooden beams they had spare. I reckon
exactly.
so.
Logging is just like a really
Yes.
logging is cursed. You have a bunch of men out in the woods with the horrors for extended periods of time. Strange things are bound to happen, and this is one of them.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night. I work all day. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. I love that song. Oh, hello.
What's going on here?
You're not supposed to be there, buddy.
Don't shh! Don't blow my cover.
You know what's wrong with this picture, don't you, Mike?
I'm gonna take a stab at it and say that train is not where it's meant to be.
This engine here in the middle, this is a British Rail Standard, I think, class. Is it 8 or 6? I think it's 8, isn't it? It's one of those. Yeah, 8. It's one of those things. I know it's a class 8, but as soon as I see one and I'm like, I have to tell someone it's a class 8, it's like, is it a class 6 or a class 8? And my brain just flatlines.
Intruder alert, red spy in base.
Essentially. So this is just a British rail diesel, a shunting diesel, just in some random yard.
I think someone in chat mentioned Mexico. Meanwhile in Cuba or whatever.
Hey, with these kinds of diesels, it's hard to tell because it's just such a universal diesel design. Like they've got them in Canada, South America, they've got them in North America, they've got them in Australia, they've got them in Africa. It's just such a universal diesel design.
I think it's the best design, honestly. When I think of a train, this is what I think of. This shape of train with a little sort of snout on it.
Well, it's just like the little sticky outy bit at the front, the cab, and then the rest is just the engine.
Yeah, the muzzle and then the rest of it. I like it.
Hello, wait a minute, you're in the wrong country as well.
Trains going all over the place.
Well,
who would have thought?
Look, I know you're a Southern Railways engine, but that's the wrong Southern you're in, my guy. I don't know, there's something... I know this is a British locomotive in America, but when I see a locomotive like this, I think Australian.
It does. No, I can see that. It's giving me Australia vibe.
Australian steam locomotives, the ones built in Australia, they have this weird mix to them where they're very sort of British Victorian and like standard British locomotive in design. But then they've got like the cowcatcher and like either no buffers or like the Buckeye coupling at the front and the big headlamp. And they're just that sort of bit more, I don't know, ruggish.
Yeah, a bit tougher.
It's hard to describe because they're clearly like British in appearance, but they're also got these factors of American locomotive. I don't know, they're very interesting. I like them. Oh, he knows what's up. My guy knows what's up.
Oh, I love a grilled cheese.
Would you love a coal-fired grilled cheese?
Yeah, and I'd eat the coal.
The still burning coal.
Mmm. You know, once your taste buds burned off, it's pretty good. It's pretty palatable.
Is that from a Heist video? It wouldn't surprise me, because Heist has cooked ribs. I think he's cooked a pizza in, like, the smoke box of a locomotive. He knows what's up. I just love that this was something like a lot of engine crews would do. They just scrub the coal shovel, get some, like, chuck a bit of oil on there and just whack some kippers on for the lunch.
I mean, you've got your lunch. You've got a big fire there. You know, we've been doing this since prehistoric times.
Might as well
1 and 2 together.
Might as well have it fresh.
The innate, like the human base desire to put food near hot thing.
Well, food just tastes better when hot.
Exactly. It's the what is it? The Maillard reaction.
Including ice cream.
Exactly. Hot tip. You want your ice cream to taste great? Put it in the microwave for a little bit.
I'm not even...
It's going to be brilliant.
I'm not even joking. There's a Costa near me that did, for a while, I think like a seasonal promotional thing. They did hot milkshakes, like warm milkshakes. I can't remember if I think I got like a chocolate one. It was so nice. Like legit, don't get me wrong, I like a nice cold milkshake, but for some reason, warm? Legit, it's cursed, but it's nice.
Pizza place near me would do, I think it was brownies, like on a piping hot skillet, like served to you extremely hot, but with ice cream on top, and that was really good.
Because you'd take a spoonful of the brownie with the ice cream and they'd like cancel each other out.
Exactly. The sort of differences in temperature was really nice.
The thing, that sounds nice, but like, did they take like the red hot skillet thing back?
Well, yeah, you don't get to keep the skillet. It's their skillet.
No, I know, but it's one of those things, because I remember I used to work in a pub kitchen, like, this was when I was in college. I used to work weekends in a pub kitchen as a pot wash, and like during the summer they had this, like, I can't remember what it was. It's like this curry thing they'd serve. I can't remember exactly what it was called. It was like, it had quite like a thick, almost like sweet chili kind of sauce, and it was served in like this cast iron red hot skillet. Like, the chef would serve it up, like he put it on this like thick wooden platform, and it would just be going the entire time. Like, the waitress would open the door and like they'd walk out and it would be like smoking and steaming as it was being taken out to the customer. And I remember them because they were the biggest pain in the ass to clean. Because they were cast iron, and they have that like rough cast iron texture to them, and it was like quite a thick sticky sauce, so it would get like it would like get into like the rough parts of the cast iron, and like as well as that, because it was cast iron and it was like put in the oven for like a good like 5-10 minutes before being served. Sometimes it would still be red hot when it came back in. And
oh my god, so you just like dunk it in the water and it just like fizzles?
And so I just get whoever was like waiting on to just like, either they dump it in the sink or I just grab the wood, tip it over, and I just blast it with water to like cool it down. It was very satisfying, but it was the biggest pain to clean.
Aren't you not supposed to clean cast iron? Like, I thought you were supposed to just like do something special with it, like,
mate,
I was put olive oil on it.
Mate, I was like 16, 17 in college. This was like the first job I ever had. I did not care. I just, that motherfucker went in the sink. I blasted it with like the shower hose thing. I scrubbed most of the stuff off. I then put it in a rack and I put it for like we went for like a minute and a half to 2 minutes in the great big dishwashy steamer thing. And when it came out, that I just wipe off any extra moisture and just chuck it back in the pile with the rest of them.
Oh, I've knocked a thing down.
Oh god, Mike, you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What'd you knock over?
It's just a little cheapo adapter box that it takes an SD card and puts it into a USB.
Oh, nothing important then.
Yeah.
B00. I said B. 80085.
Breasts.
It's because I saw this part where they spelled out. I was like, it's a B because it's an 8 and it's a B. It's a B!
Yeah, I'm taking this train to your mum's house.
Wait, hold on a second. I've got a calendar. I think one of the locomotives is 80080. One second, let me just check October. I think that's what it was on October. Yeah, 80080. It's on my calendar. So it's a bubo.
Bubo train.
We love the bubo train.
Absolutely.
I don't think this one's been preserved, has it? Probably not.
I mean, you could just take any train and put the number on it. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what? Who gives a shit about authenticity? I don't.
Just put the number on it. It's funny. It's for a bit.
It's for a gag. It's for a lark.
Yes. Green.
I know what they've done here, and I know what they were trying to do here.
It's
meant to be Percy from Thomas the Tank Engine.
It looks like it's got a hat on.
What?
Look at the smoke box in the little circle. Imagine that's a head. And then where the sort of mushroom kind of weird box thing that they've got on top of it, it almost looks like a hat.
The water tank.
Yeah, it looks like either that or like a hair. Like someone's sort of like hair.
I'm not seeing it, but I'm seeing it.
So it has an afro. Yeah, it's an afro.
Hold on, what's the name of that one Jedi from Star Wars? Oh, God. Her apprentice was Barra Sophie. I can't remember her name, but she dresses in black and she has this like weird headdress thing. Luminara Unduli, that's it. It's the Luminara Unduli engine.
Yep.
God, Clone Wars is such a goated series. What is this? I'm trying to figure.
It's like a German train.
There's a joke here. There's something I'm missing. Oh, is it that the
front of it looks like?
Is it the pantographs down?
Is that it? It's a model train. Of course the pantograph's down. Do you think everyone wants to bloody deal with that when they got the little model train?
Look, sometimes. Oh, look at the front.
Well, yeah, the front looks different than the back.
There's a white line.
Oh, is it
the paint line?
Is it that the front of the train has been sort of taped on?
Yeah, because the rest of it's silver, but the front's painted white. I apologize. It's mismatched. I apologize.
The ECU aim.
Someone's asking if we've seen the caboose on a stick yet from the thumbnail. That was last stream.
Ooh, speaking of pantographs, look at this boy.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's a handsome train.
You know what? I like it. I dig that.
I love me a long pantograph.
Oh, you like a long...
Don't read into it.
You just immediately cut me off the second I started making it weird. ToT, no. So, no, we're not doing
toaster.
this.
Toaster. People are just saying toaster in chat. Swedish toaster, my beloved.
I think this is... It's toaster core.
No, I had a toaster that looked like this.
Exactly like this.
No, it was like long and skinny. It only had like one sort of toasting slot, but it was like long.
It could only it could only toast baguettes cut in half.
Well, that and also like sourdough loaves, which are okay. I just want to say, and I want to say this so that everyone here watching, if any one of yous makes like sourdough bread on like a commercial level, as in like, you know, you go to the grocery store, they have like, you know, the store white bread, and then they have like the slightly fancier sourdough bread. Make your sourdough in normal bread shapes, please, because nobody has a toaster made to toast like a weird oval. It gets stuck in the toaster because the little mechanism doesn't pop up far enough for you to come and grab it back. You gotta like fish it out of the toaster somehow. The sourdough is really good, but it's a bad shape for most people's toasters. And I don't know why they make the bread shaped like that when other bread is shaped normal. So just take that in consideration, anybody out there who makes bread.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Mike's sourdough bread rant of the evening.
That's my PSA.
That's
Make
what.
your sourdough normal.
That's why everyone tuned in. They didn't give one shit about trains. They just wanted to hear Mike talk about sourdough.
Okay, someone in chat said the custard slices in half. No, that works sometimes when you have like a slice from the middle of the loaf where it's like the largest, you can cut it in half. But then if if you have a slice from any other point in the loaf, it's like too small. So that even if you do cut it in half, it'll be too small for you to grab it again once it pops back up. So this is why you use an oven. No, shut up!
Why don't you just use a grill? Or I guess
Who grills the toast?
I guess a broiler is what you'd call it.
Broil your toast?
That's what you do when you're making a large quantity of toast. If you're doing a big fry up, most ovens come with we call it a grill. It's when you have it's like a big heating element set at the top of the oven or the whatever device it is, and then you put something under it and you heat it that way. Or a toaster oven. We call it a grill. You just, you put your bread in there and, you heat it and you pull it out when that side's done. You flip it over and you put it in. You toast the other side.
Okay, well, to be fair, I don't think many stoves in Canada have that. I haven't seen that in any stove in Canada, but I do know what you're talking about because I did see it in the UK. That would work if you were British, but I am unfortunately not. We have a separate toaster that does the pop up thing, and it's a problem. And I mean, yeah. Also, now you're doing 2 steps to toast your bread. If you had a dedicated toaster, it'll toast both sides at once.
Yeah, but if you're making a large quantity of toast all at once, or if your bread is say too big to fit in the toaster.
I'm not making toast for a lot of people. I'm just making myself toast.
Yeah, well, if it's too big to fit in the toaster, you whack it under the grill.
But we don't have a grill.
Well, get one.
Okay.
There you are. Problem solved. You're fucking welcome. What is this?
You know the ending of The Italian Job.
Michael Caine's somewhere in the middle of it. There's a big stack of gold here. Right, lads, I've got a plan.
Okay, here's the thing. I've been thinking about that. I think I know what his plan was. Or at least I know how I would solve that scenario if I was there. Actually, you know what? You go first. How would you solve that problem?
I think what I'd do is I'd try and take a bit of rope and or string, or the bit of rope he had. I'd tie it around the bottom of the pallet in the corner and just very gently sort of tug it backwards.
But here's the problem. The problem with that, you're on the right track, but the problem is it's shown that everyone's already at the very, as far back in the bus as they can get. And if they get any closer, it'll shift the balance, the bus will tip, and the gold actually slides further back, making it even worse. So you can't get any closer to the gold, at least not safely. What I would do, you have everyone there take off their shirts and pants and tie them all together as into one long rope. Then you have one person on sort of one side of the bus, and the other person hold the other end on the other, and you kind of throw the rope that you've made sort of over top the pallet. So it falls on the floor, and then you have 2 people at the very other side of the bus sort of both pull in the rope at the same time, sort of kind of pulling the pallet. And then once you get that closer towards the other side of the bus, then you'd be, safer to actually go and start moving weight. So then, once it's closer enough to you, where you could get some of the bars, put it up in the front cab to sort of counterbalance everything, and then you'd be good.
So someone put it bluntly, your solution immediately is for all of the men to get naked.
I think that's a integral solution to any problem, really.
USS Salem donated. At the end, please watch Jim Ford's Amazing Niagara. We've been over this, USS Salem. Stop donating and telling me to watch things. We've been over this. I might watch it next time I do one of these streams. Yes,
So
but it's
how do you
cursed.
attach? No, you don't. You don't attach the rope to the pallet. The rope is thrown past the pallet, and it just kind of hits the ground, and it just kind of like tugs the pallet in. You know, it's like a hammock, but on its side. You know what I mean? Or like lassoing something.
But then you're depending
like,
on like
easier.
none of the knots in the clothes falling apart, or the clothes themselves being structurally integral enough to hold the weight of literally like nearly a ton of gold.
Well, they're not holding the weight of it. They're just pulling it. They're sliding the gold along
Yeah,
the
but
floor.
They
You
need
only
to.
have to do
They
a
need to
friction
be.
at that point.
They need to be strong enough to not only pull the weight of the gold, but overcome the friction from the weight of the gold on the floor of the bus.
No, they're not pulling the weight of the gold. Oh, you mean like the gravity of it? Well, no, gravity's still parallel to the floor, so there's only friction you need to worry about. And as we saw in the scene, when they get close, the gold is very easily, the pallet, I should say, is sliding fairly easily along the floor already. So, you know, I think you could sort of tug it back if you just sort of like drag it with the clothes rope. And I think clothing is pretty strong if you just like twirl it together and sort of tie it up. Like that's a decent amount of fabric there. Sort of once you make it into a rope. I think it will work.
Someone's basically saying it's gold, it'll be fine if you just let the bus fall off the cliff. I don't think the issue is whether or not the gold will be fine. I think it's one, retrieving it, having to go down the side of the cliff, which is perilous enough on its own. Two, how the hell are you supposed to get it back up the side of the cliff? It's gold, you can't just carry it up, and you're going to spend days there if you set up like a winch and pulley. And three, they are currently being chased by both Italian authorities and the Italian mafia for stealing that much gold. Also, USS Salem, post your video in stream highlights or something. I'll get back to it in a minute. Anyway, that's crazy. Let's keep going.
Damn, that's crazy. Anyways.
What the hell is this?
What?
Bigger, better, faster, more. The longer you look at this image, the worse it gets.
Anon blondes? What?
4 non-blondes.
4 non-blondes. Oh.
That's not A, that's a 4.
Oh, no, this is the album that What's Going On comes from. You know, the He-Man video.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Hey,
and I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey. What's going on?
Love it.
And so I cry sometimes. I'm gonna stop.
You're hitting the notes, man. You're actually good at it.
And he cries. Oh my God, do I cry? Oh boy, every part of this is cursed though, because like the coffee spilling out of the drink makes a face. There's a face on the clock. There's a cow with a big ear sticking out of it. There's an astronaut. Uncle Sam hat on a skull. There's an eyeball on the headlamp. I don't know what that is in the cab. Whatever it is,
definitely a face.
Whatever it is,
demonic face.
Whatever it is, it looks constipated. It's.
And there's a person in the whistle.
Hate it. Oh. Well, buddy, you're not supposed to be there. That's for pedestrians. And you are not a pedestrian.
This gives me the mood that I had when I was in high school and I accidentally not ran, but I should say walked face first into a full glass window in front of the Mary Brown's.
The who?
Mary Brown's is a chicken restaurant over here, and I was on my phone texting, and I went to go inside, and they have a doorway inside the mall, but they have full-length glass windows, full height, I should say, glass windows on either side, and so I turned to go through the door a bit early, and then just walked full speed into this glass window, and it made like a really like boom noise. It was. This is the vibes I'm getting here. Just like, whoop, it just kind of falls off this little ledge.
I'm guessing the other picture a better view of it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, me when.
I always love seeing pictures of trains, and especially steam locomotives that have obviously like crashed through a wall and like fallen off something, because they usually just stay in one piece. Like, it's everything else around it that gets broken. Like, look at like even the buffers. The buffers are like so small compared to everything else and the weight of the engine. They should by right be bent out of shape. Nah, they just they just break through the stone tiles and just keep digging into the floor. I love it. Oh boy, I love this.
Oh, dropped on the.
Let me zoom in. You're not missing much on the audio, so I'll just turn it down a bit. Oh. Oh, we get the slow-mo. We get it in slow-mo. That gives thunk.
Oh.
It's the fact you can see it bend slightly as the back hits the ground.
That's insane.
If that hasn't fucked the wheels, I don't know what has.
God, this is how the fucking FedEx people treat any package.
No joke. My friend got a delivery the other day. It's her contact lenses. I think it was delivered through Every, which is a god awful delivery. The service is called Every, and I'm not dealing with your shit, Mike. I'm not taking any of it. Anyway, the box came from Vision Express. There was just a great big, like, you know when it's not like a hole torn, but like the box has been crushed in a way that it's split and torn open the side?
Oh my god.
Like, the box was torn open in the corner somewhat. You could see like the paperwork inside that, you know, comes with like the Vision Express prescription. And like even the box the contacts lens themselves came in was bent.
Were the lenses okay?
The lenses were fine, like because they come in like a little. I don't know if you get contact lenses, but they come in like a little plastic packet, and it's like they're in solution, and there's like a little bit of film on the top. You know, you'd be doing well to like ruin them by just damaging the box. But it's like, man, what kind of delivery is this? Come on. Let's keep going. More cursed trains. There's a link to a YouTube video. Oh no.
It's I don't like this one.
It's a shame.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
It's bad vibes. Yeah, I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it.
Doesn't make me happy.
This
one looks like a bunch of power transformers. Just sort of all.
This does not spark joy.
There's bound to be some sparks within there somewhere.
You say they look like a bunch of transformers because they kind of are. Because these are literally just a diesel engine and a dynamo on wheels. That's all diesel engines are.
Oh, you're right.
Bad mojo. You're too right, D-Man. You're too right. The thing is that there's no support in the middle, so this must be like one really sturdy, like long flatbed you've got going on here.
Yeah.
It's real sturdy. Okay, this is meant to be a cab forwards engine.
I don't know what to make of this.
So
I
basically,
don't-
this is the cab, right? Well,
yeah.
this is where the driver and fireman would be. But what they've done is they've sort of swapped the wheels around so that the cab of the steam locomotive will be at the very front.
But how can that be? Because that's where the coupler is.
Well, the tender would be connected here where the smoke box is.
But there can't be because there's no coupler where the smoke box is. The only coupler is there beneath where the cab is.
Well, no, because steam locomotives with tenders, they don't have couplers where the tender and locomotive are connected. They just have a metal bar and essentially just a great big bolt, because the idea is they're not meant to come apart. You don't need to keep on coupling them. So there would be a connection point here and a connection point here for the tender to be connected there. It's just
this feels like oddly militaristic in a weird
it does.
way. I
was
don't know
about to
why.
say it's just because of like the cab, how like enclosed the cab is, and how it's all like riveted everywhere. It looks like it's plate armor.
Vaguely authoritarian train.
It really does.
I don't like it.
It feels like it should be pulling like, I don't know, but behind it, the train
like one of those like giant train mounted AA guns.
Yeah, like I feel like the train this locomotive pulls is the special train that carries De Fuhrer, you know?
Yeah, I don't like it. Fascist train.
Oh no.
Oh, that's too many wheels.
That's too long. That's too
Some
long
for the rest of us,
Even
because you don't need that many wheels.
Not even Nigel Gressy would have built this. Never mind the Great Western. What the hell do you mean that this is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18-wheeled locomotive?
418-2.
What the hell is this? Finally, the 10F. Would love to see it go around a bend. Yeah, me too.
The fact that the firebox or the smoke, whatever the hell it's called, the tube bit is like bent slightly in the middle. Like it becomes slightly smaller after the middle.
Oh, the boiler's tapered.
Yeah, the boiler is tapered. I hate tapered boilers. They always look so awful to me.
I don't know. I like a nice tapered boiler.
I hate it.
Some engines don't look good with a tapered boiler, but the ones that do look good with a tapered boiler look good. A lot of Great Western engines look lovely with a tapered boiler. If they had parallel boilers, they'd look weird.
No, keep them flat. Why you gotta? It's
performance, Mike. Performance.
It's unnerving to look at, in my opinion. It makes me uncomfortable.
Here's what I reckon. This engine doesn't go around bends. It just straightens the track in front of it every time it comes to a curve. Sorry, I got to side with Mike on this one. No, D-Man, I'm sorry, but you're objectively wrong. This is how you lose mod privileges. I kid, D-Man. I love you. I need you. Someone's got to keep control of my chat because I barely pay attention to it as it is. Oh dear. Oh no.
Even longer.
What?
Who looks at a train and thinks it needs to be longer?
I don't know, but what makes it worse is how the wheels you've got. It's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I bet whoever designed this thought they were real bloody clever.
Yeah, we'll just put more wheels on it. I don't see the problem. Just give it more wheels. Make it go better.
This is longer than some entire passenger trains. Like, what is the point of this? If you design this, I don't care if it's just like a proof of concept you came up with. You should feel bad.
The only concept it's proving is that we as humanity need to be punished for our hubris.
I want to print this out and show it to your teachers and say, this is what this person has designed. I don't know how old they are when they design this. They could be in their mid to late 20s. Hell, they could be 70. But I just want to print this out, show it to their teachers and say, this came from a student you educated. How bad of a job do you think you've done? Whoever designed it should undesign it, yeah.
Okay.
It's a series of fellows.
I just want to say that the one on the very left middle, has a massive schnoz.
It's got the
huge nose.
Okay, going from... I think these are all Asian locomotives. I want to say Japanese, but they could be just Korean as well.
Someone said they all look hammered.
They all do look drunk to an extent. Yeah, they are Japanese.
Me and the boys at a night out at the pubs.
Me and the squad rock up. The guy on the bottom right is italicized. Okay, so this one, alright, starting from the top and going across. This one looks fine, apart from the fact that the funnel just has a weird adapter on it to move it up and back. I don't know what that's all about. We need the
smoke to be slightly to the left.
We need the smoke to be just like about 7 inches further back than it already is. But we can't move the funnel though, so we're just gonna stick a doodad on it. This one's just got a weird smoke deflector around the funnel.
It looks like he's wearing a... I don't know I was about to say Pope hat.
No, I was about to say something like a Pope hat. Something like...
Yeah.
It feels almost religious. Middle left is just the stone face emoji.
It's a big old Groucho Marx nose. You need to put like a pair of sort of like big eyeglasses and then a mustache underneath.
Yeah, if you squint and like just trace around like where this, I guess, streamlining thing is, it does look like the nose off of like a giant sculpture.
We stole the nose off the Sphinx, don't tell anyone.
It didn't fall off due to erosion or like stolen by the British. No, the Japanese took it and just bolted it to the front of a locomotive. Okay, I think this is... I could be wrong, but I think that's just an attempt at streamlining.
Well, it's a pretty half-assed attempt, not gonna lie.
It's a pretty half-assed attempt, but like... I've got no better explanation.
It gets a you tired sticker. A little sort of Wonklytron star.
You Troyed.
You Troyed.
it's you triad.
You Troyed.
You triad. That really got you, didn't it?
just like a dumb spelling mistake always get me really hard.
I love the ones tagged. You tied. You tread. You tied. Yo triad. You tried. Thine attempted. You tires. You lied. Oh, boys. Can we get can we get a Dr. Beaching in chat, lads? Can we get a Beaching in chat? Oh, let's get some Beachings in chat. Oh dear. Right. Okay. What was the crits that made you laugh? Oh, I'm not finding this funny, but it's you laughing that's sending me off.
I'm just googling these files.
Are you just googling pictures of these terrible stars?
Yes.
Alright, hold on a second, hold on. I think I know what I need to do. I think... Oh, 1 second, chat, 1 sec. Oh, bloody hell. Hold on, can you find a PNG of one? Can you find a PNG of one?
Let me try. You try.
Yeah. You triad.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just need a PNG. Oh, bloody hell, I've lost it. There we go.
I can't even find it. Just a combination of just a wonkily drawn star. And just you try.
You found one. I think we found a good one.
No, it's a different one. It's by killing me.
Please stop trying. Hold on, let me throw this. Let me just make this a PNG real quick. Let me throw this into paint.net and turn this into a PNG. Oh dear. Sorry, hold on a second, chat. I found. Trust me.
Stop the stream.
This is gonna be worth it. Trust me, this is gonna be worth it. Oh, please stop trying. Oh God. Okay. File, save as a PNG. Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go back to the cursed trains. Let me open. Right. Oh God, this has actually tickled my sides. Here we go. I'm gonna make it nice and big, and I'm gonna show image, and there we go. Oh, it's backwards. There we go. Please stop trying. Oh God, my sides. Oh God. I don't think it's gonna get much better. Make that a sticker on the Discord. I don't think I've got enough slots to make it. But you know what? I think I might make it an official. I might make it an emoji on. We get the walkie roads in chat. Oh, I needed this. I needed this. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going like nothing's happened. So there's some fucked up Japanese engines. This one, you know. There's. Oh God, have you found another one, Mike?
This is good. Please stop trying. No.
You said another one that just says no, and then another one that says good. Oh my God. Oh. You know, Mike, I always thought my voice was quite baritone, but here I am going so high-pitched. You're making me squeak. What the fuck are you doing to me, Michael?
I don't know what.
Oh, Christ!
Oh, my cat wants to be let out of the room. There you go.
My sight! My fucking sight!
Hilarious.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't send me anymore, for the love of God.
No, leave it there.
Okay, hold on, let me open this.
Oh.
Don't tell me you found another one. Mike, have you found another one? Have you found another one, Mike? I swear to God, if you found another one.
Wrong!
Hold on, let me stick the no, and let me stick some of the ones you sent me in the stream.
Oh my God.
There we go. Good. I can stay in the top right corner with the rest of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. What have you sent me now, Mike?
That's the only good ones I found.
Wrong!
Wrong!
It's just a blob! Wrong! Oh, no! Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, these are what Mike's been sending me. Just, you tried, please stop trying, no. Good, wrong. Oh, sweet merciful Christ.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna close some of these pictures for a second.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Right, okay, this fourth one. Let's get back to this, Jesus. This fourth one. You know that one SpongeBob picture where it's that one fish, like, looking down and leaning forwards and his neck's real long? That's what that is.
Oh my.
This is just a guy with like a big collar and like a big hat.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's just a guy with a popped collar.
Hmm.
Just a chunky funnel. And then we've got this guy who looks like he's just walked into a stiff breeze and not expected it. Like the wind's just blown the funnel back for a second. Oh my God, yeah, Professor Layton, number 5, it's Professor Layton.
Professor, I found a hit coin.
Oh,
I love that.
What's this next one? It's taking a while to load. Oh my God.
Welcome to Wacky Races.
It is Wacky Races.
Catch me outside the Woolworths. Actually, Porters.
I'm just trying to figure out, because the wheels look chunky, I'm trying to figure out if this is like a car, if it's like a road vehicle, or because there are lines on the road, I can't figure out if it's a car or a tram.
Dragging through Baltimore. Is this Baltimore? Oh, sorry.
No, me on the Ohio train.
Me.
Oh, what's next?
Oh, boy.
No! Waiter, there's a fly in my soup. Hold on, I think...
I hate it when I order the pasta and there's a big train in it.
There we go, I think that's perfectly encapsulating the mood we feel on this.
Funnily enough, I actually have some of those, that blue container there. I have some of those. They're used for cooking ramen in the microwave.
The words cooking ramen in the microwave is inherently wrong.
No, it's just boil the water with the noodles in it and there you go. You got noodles. That's it.
You do it on a stove.
Fuck that. It's quicker at the microwave. It takes like 3 minutes. No,
you do it on a stove. You boil the water, you chuck the ramen in.
The stove's got to warm up. It takes time for the water to boil. Just put it in the microwave. It's quick.
And then but while it's on the stove, you crack an egg in it, and then you can at least pretend like you're being somewhat gourmet.
Well, I don't have any of those illusions, alright? I eat the slop, and I get on with my day.
Well, I'm the guy that makes pasta, in uni, made pasta bakes, survived on those, and cheese on toast and baked beans. And I'm telling you, that's not how you make mac... I'm about to say mac and cheese. That's not how you make goddamn... I'm moving on.
I don't have time. I just gotta...
I'm moving on. Oh.
The Kids Depot. Oh, no. That train... I want the text, "We are going to beat you to death," in bold font, sort of top and bottom, on this image.
I think... No. I've just put the no sticker up.
But don't you want to go to the learning zone? Or the treehouse? Or what about the farm? Or the workshop?
It's the fact that these look like narrow gauge tracks, and it's a full-sized Amtrak locomotive. Like, that's the worst part about this for me. You know, not the flowers sticking out of this weird lazy town-ass looking house, the horrible early 2000s owl, or... What is that thing holding onto the level crossing sign? Is it meant to be like an arrow? Because it's just a big cone with a cone on a hat, and there's a stick, and it's got a face. Like, what is it?
Eyes on the train. They've got they're too real.
Yeah, they're so realistic for no reason.
Hyper realistic eyes.
Crying blood.
It
says you should not have loaded this website. My curse is passed on to you. Train of thought. Insert your full legal name and address.
2011 National Rail Yard Passenger Corporation. Hold
on. I don't like this was copyrighted in 2011. What the fuck do you mean this was made in 2011?
This does not look like 2011. This looks way older than that.
This looks like it was made for, like, an animation that would appear on, like, you know those...
This looks like some Middle Eastern children's television show animation. Like, you know those, like, McDonald's cartoons, like McDonald's Iraq cartoons, where it's like, shadow basketball. It's like, that's the level we're seemingly dealing with here.
Oh, it's awful. This is abysmal.
I'm
moving on. I don't like this. We're moving on. We're
this
spending too much time on this. This is taking a while to load, and I'm scared.
Is this Red Dead Redemption?
Red
Dead Redemption 2.
How did this happen?
Well, they've obviously unioned. The Pacific Union.
The Pacific Union Railroad. Not the Union Pacific, the Pacific Union Railroad.
They've unioned into the Southern and Eastern.
What's basically happened here is both of these trains try to get into the teleporter at the same time. And
They've
Cronenberged. This is the Fly-esque situation. You see that guy on the footplate? That's Jeff Goldblum.
Ugh.
I love that. I love that the part of this that makes you go isn't like the weird distorted train mashed into one another. It's the fact that Jeff Goldblum might be in it.
Get him out.
Get him out of there. Ew. Jeff Goldblum.
Get out. The garbage train.
Train.
Heat garbage.
No, there's an ad. There's an ad on it. There's an ad. Mike, scream.
Awful.
Scream, Mike. Scream so it mutes it out. Scream.
My parents are in house. I'm not going to scream.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. Listen.
Deliveroo. Oh, I use that.
It's
coming.
Listen. I don't like... I should not have full screened this. This is scary and ominous. It's... The garbage train! Is this music copyrighted? Boy, I sure hope not.
You changed your name to Garbage Train?
Why is this so low quality?
240
quality is the only quality it's got. This is as good as it gets.
Oh, this is New York. This is definitely New York City.
Oh, I've got to zoom it out because it's zoomed. It's not. Oh my. Oh, let me zoom. They're just chucking garbage onto the train.
Me when.
Me dealing with your opinions.
To be fair, though, I mean, if you've got garbage in your train station, that's probably a very efficient way of getting rid of it.
What, just take an old, like, decommissioned passenger stock and just open the doors, throw all the bin bags through and keep going?
Exactly, yeah, because then you don't have to lug it all the way up the stairs.
I mean, yeah, you know what? I can't argue. It works.
God, everyone gives the New York subway shit, and they should, because it's terrible in a lot of ways, but it's got personality, you know? There's a kind of, like, gritty, like, yeah...
It's personality in the same sense that, like, walking through an alleyway and there's just, like, crap all over the floor. Like,
Yeah, you feel like you're kind of... You feel like you're sort of a private eye kind of character, you know what I mean?
You're walking
like a
down...
grizzled sort of guy.
Did I show you around Deansgate when you were here? And we walked past, like... We were walking along the canal in Deansgate. And you looked across the canal and there's, like, near the railway bridge, there's just, like, a bunch of, like, tents under one of the archways. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And you were like, oh, it's so much... it's got personality. I was like, Mike, they're the homeless. They're suffering.
I wasn't meaning it in that way. I mean, just like, you know, having it be a bit gritty. Not like dystopian.
The gritty?
Just a little bit.
He's hitting the gritty.
I'm hitting that gritty. Oh, onion. Onion. Why does it say onion?
Why not?
Is that what it's carrying?
If you saw this locomotive roll past you and I told you it was called Onion,
I'd believe you.
You'd believe me. Someone says it's scrunkly.
Scrunkly.
It's the very definition of scrunkly. Oh dear. I think we've had this one before.
Horsey on the front. Look at that.
It's not meant to have a diesel locomotive. Why does it have a steam locomotive? It's not right, Mike. It's not right. I don't know.
No, you see, no. It's a diesel. Okay, so the diesel engine generates electricity, which is used to spin. It's like a linear induction motor, and what it does is it forces a piston rod down, which turns the wheels. It's fucking useless. it
loses so much energy that it can barely move on its own.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Blue.
It's... You know what? Aside from the paint job, I'm not sure what's bad about this. If anything,
purple?
I don't hate the paint job.
I like it. It's a good blue.
If one wished to submit an effed up star, where would be the best place to do so? Because you'll somehow miss my favorite. Chuck it in stream highlights, real quick.
Yeah.
Because stream highlights has just sort of become it's meant to be here's a funny moment from the stream. What did you clip it and share it here? It's just sort of become the dumping ground of, you want to send me something? Just post it there.
Just chuck it in the highlights.
Chuck it in the highlights, Colin. It's fine. What the sweet fuck is that?
Oh, it's Scrappy Doo and a guy.
Hold on, that's Scrappy Doo.
Me at the furry convention. That was a dumb joke, but no, it is Scrappy Doo actually. Yeah.
Okay, so why is this robot pedaling something to power the what?
It's
I don't know where Joseph Hanna and William Barbera are buried, but I want to find their graves, dig them up, show them this picture, and ask them what the fuck's happening.
It's got puppy power.
How much horsepower has it got? It's not got horsepower, mate. It's got 420 puppy power. It's about equivalent to 7 horsepower. I'm moving on because that was just abysmal.
Shut up! I like Scrappy. Don't you me?
Now, I'm not at-oming you, I'm at-oming what's on the screen right now, you dingus.
Oh,
The fact that that is probably just a regular shunting locomotive, and that's just the tender from a big boy. And there's
what the fuck?
there's no
chat just said 20-year-old girls nowadays are built like this. My brother, what are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
What does that mean?
Like this? Like this specifically? Or
Do men still like girls who are built like this?
are they built like
What?
like this or this? Is this what 20-year-old girls are built like these days? I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I
all they
don't
know
go
how to-
outside.
Is to eat hot chip, plug their phone in.
Be bisexual and lie. Disproportionate boy. Yeah. Legit, the fact that this is, I think, some kind of shunting engine and that's just a Union Pacific big boys tender. There's no fuckery with the size going on. That's just how big the big boys tender is.
Here's the question, though. Okay, say you did have one of those trains and you did have the big boy tender. How far do you think that train could go in one go? Do you think it could go all the way from like one coast of America to the other? Like, assuming it's pulling no load, it's just it and the coal.
I reckon it'd go a while.
But I want to see. I want to know, is there a train?
I don't think it'd go coast to coast, but it could probably go from like one end of California to the other.
I think if you get a very tiny engine and have a big coal tender, it'll take a while to get moving, but once it gets moving, it'll hardly use any fuel. So, like, you know, assuming, let's say it has exclusive track privileges and it never gets stopped anywhere, straight shot from one coast to the other, I think it could do it. I think it's possible on one single go, I should say.
I don't think you understand how uneconomical steam locomotives are, Mike.
Well, I know that they're very uneconomical, but if physics happens, and if you get something moving, and there's not much friction, you know, because it's steel on steel, it'll keep moving for ages. So you could just, like, barely have the engine on, doing anything, just get it up to speed once, keep it coasting, then you'll hardly use anything.
It's not like a diesel locomotive where, like, turning down the engine uses less fuel. You need to keep a constant supply of coal going into the firebox to keep the heat to generate the steam.
I suppose.
Also, for anyone asking what the screen was, I think my roommates are playing Among Us, and either one of them got killed or just saw someone get killed.
You can't just idle a steam engine. Yeah, actually, yeah, you might be right.
Yarg.
Ahoy, me mateys.
This raises questions.
This is Waterworld, but with tires. So, like, mortal engines, but piratey?
Mike, you said literally everything other than Mad Max, which is exactly what this is. It's Waterworld, but with wheels. It's Mad Max.
But then,
Mike, it's called Mad Max. It existed before Waterworld.
Engines,
it's called Mad Max.
If only there was a movie that had this look to it. Mortal Engines, that's it. The one that everybody has seen. Didn't that movie flop, like, really hard?
Oh, it did abysmally. Because it was meant to be, like, I think it was based on, like, a novel, and it was going to be, like, a big franchise thing, and just no one watched it. Because it was such a dumb concept. Just, like, cities are these big things on wheels that are constantly moving.
It is dumb.
Mad Max Milwaukee Road edition. Can we get a Milwaukee Road in chat? Oh my sweet merciful Jesus.
Oh, it's the nationalist train.
I love that that's where you went to first and not its ludicrous design.
Well, no, of course it's ludicrous because, you know, overt nationalism is inherently awful and dumb.
Okay, so I think what this is meant to be is it's meant to be a Garrett locomotive. So the big thing in the middle, that's the boiler. And then it's got two sort of like wheel sets, one at the front, one at the back. But rather than have like the cab be at the firebox, they've just put the cabs on the front, which, if this is an oil-fired Garrett...
ToT.
Yeah?
Apparently it's supposed to be nuclear.
No. What? Why?
That's where the nuclear bits go.
Hold on, so do you just like... Well then, what? No. What? How's it nuclear? Explain how that would work, because you'd need to...
Don't you remember like the nuclear train schematics? It had a bit in the middle. That's like the heat exchanger, or whatever it's called. Yeah, no. That's the heat exchanger.
That's not...
So
that's not nuclear. That's a Garrett locomotive.
No, listen. The nuclear bits are in the front.
Yeah, but if it's nuclear, that means it'll be generating electricity. Why has it got steam cylinders if it's generating electricity?
Because it's well, maybe it's using nuclear to generate steam directly, as opposed to running it through a turbine, and then using the steam power.
Yeah, but then, like, why have you got a regular boiler? Why has it still got a firebox?
Because you still need to boil water in a steam engine.
Yeah, you need to boil it, but why has it got a firebox at the back?
That's not a firebox, it's a nuclear box. It's where the nuclears go.
I'm confused! I'm scared! I want my mum! Mum! She can't hear me. I don't live in the same house as my mum.
The nuclear box.
What the sweet...
Oh, it's a telephone.
Oh my god, that is the best and worst phone I've ever seen. Like, it's incredible, don't get me wrong. It's incredible that it just looks like a model locomotive, but the fact that it's a phone, it's horrible.
The train phone is going off. There's an emergency at the train.
There's a train emergency. Quick, to the train.
Train.
Not even the train, maybe it's just what the hell?
That looks like one of those artificial snow makers that they have at ski resorts to make the snow.
What? I was about to say, is it meant to be like a cement mixer? But then I was like, no, it can't be because it's not got like, it doesn't look like one.
No, that's to make the snow happen. The snow comes out of that tube.
It's the reverse of one of those. You know how in some countries to like defrost rails and points, they just have those just big flamethrowers. It's like big jets on the front of a wagon, and they just blast the rails to melt the snow and ice off of it.
People in chat are just saying train cannon, light artillery, Thunderbirds.
It looks very
It
looks very Thunderbirdsy, doesn't it?
It does. But no, I'm almost 100% certain that is a portable artificial snowmaker. Because, like, it's on track. You have it on rails, so you can get it to, like... This would probably be in Switzerland somewhere, where they have a rail going up the mountain anyways. It's on tracks, you bring it up the mountain, and then you put it down on its tracks, and then drive it to where it needs to be to make the snow.
But why wouldn't you just leave it where the snow is, or where you need the snow?
Because you need to take it... You don't need to have it all year round. They do that to sort of supplement the snow that's already there, if there's not enough. But you don't need to have it there all around. And, of course, if you leave it out in the weather, it's going to get rusted, it's going to get, banged up. So
why don't you just build a little shed to put it in?
Because it needs to be in open air to function.
Yeah, we put it in a little shed, and then when the time of year comes for you to use it, you just roll out of the shed.
Well, maybe they don't own it. Maybe they're just like renting the use of it every now and then because they don't need it very often.
It was dumb as hell. I'm moving on. I'm not sticking up for this.
It doesn't matter anyways. It's a water firing cannon.
It's a firefighting water cannon. So we were both wrong. How do you feel now, Mike? How do you feel now you know you're wrong?
I don't feel great, not gonna lie.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. The temptation to just end the stream there. I was so tempted to just hit the end stream button. That would have. Oh god. Okay, Amtrak. It's a Shinkansen, but it's Amtrak.
Amtrak if it were good.
Amtrak, but based? Question mark.
What's that like? What's that meme? It's just like place, comma Japan. So Amtrak, sad face. Amtrak, comma Japan.
It's usually like the Wojak memes.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's just like the frowning Wojak, and then it suddenly turns into a soy jack as soon as it's meant. Oh god. Right. I think I've got one more. We've got the Penn Central.
What happens on the Penn Central stays on the Penn Central.
I think we might have seen this video before. Is the track is going to cut to the track being like bombing? What? Scepter Northern Bombing Corporation. What? Okay, so it's going into Penn Central. Oh, it's going to like rock off the tracks and explode. Because the Penn Central had god-awful rails. I think that's going to be the gag. Oh, God. This is legit what it was like on the Penn Central. It was abysmal. When people say, hey, why is it a bad thing to deregulate the railroads? This is why. Why is there a My Little Pony flying in the background?
What?
Oh, God.
What is happening? I
think that's Gmod. I need to find.
Oh, this is Gmod.
I need to find that Gmod map and a bunch of the train assets. That'll be a good stream. What?
The unicycle.
No, that's not. Wait, no. How's it? Oh, no. No. How's it keep its... No. No, that's not right. Oh, God.
The face on the back of it as well.
Yeah.
Concern.
Genuine
Concerned about hiding it. Just,
I don't know where this is, but I want it. I want to know who built this, I want to.
This is beautiful.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe train.
Santa Fe train.
Santa Iron train.
You for real?
For real.
You for real? You made that joke?
Yeah, Fe for real. For irreal.
What the hell is this meant to be? Is this meant to be an even bigger boy?
Why?
Because that's a 4, 12, 12, 6.
Why does it need to be larger?
I don't know.
At some point, you just have to stop.
At some point, you just... No.
Nah.
Oh, no.
What did I don't think we're allowed to show this on YouTube.
What did they do to you, Dominion of Canada? What did they do to you?
Oh, that's like a scarecrow. I thought that was like a guy sort of like bound up on the front of it. I was like,
no,
oh,
it's a Halloween decoration. It's meant to be...
This is a bit risque for YouTube.
But like, no, Dominion of Canada. We cosmetically restored you to look nice for a reason. Don't... No. I think we've seen this before, but it still hurts. Oh no.
Oh, like...
This is what happened. This is this This is the evil spirit that chases you if you watch
the train yokai.
Yeah, this is the train yokai that follows you if you pull the cord on the train to stop it. If you pull the emergency stop when there isn't an emergency. And like if you think it's following you, you have to say some like really obscure sentence. Oh no.
Space train. Train, please.
It's the shoddy Photoshop job as well.
I love the shoddy Photoshop, actually.
It's just the line. It barely matches up. You look closely, you can see the stars through the boiler in the middle of it. Let me zoom in.
You tried.
You can see. You know, if that isn't worth...
That's worth the Well, someone posted in the stream chat that you didn't even try, Star.
Hold on, you know what? I'm just gonna...
I don't think
Let's look at these last of these. Okay, we've got the police train. I think we've seen that before. Kaylee.
What? What?
Oh, I get it. It's a British bullet train, but it's got a Santa Fe livery on it. I get it. It's dumb. It's dumb.
British bullet train. What? Toblerone.
Toblerone. What's with this guy in a vest in the front?
I have to look good for the Toblerone train.
The Toblerone train come through. I must make sure I wear my clean, sweaty vest.
The Toblerone train. All aboard.
I don't know if that was... train.
I don't know if we were doing like Dutch or Swiss or what.
I'm not sure either. Okay, so this is where everyone's been posting all the stuff they want me to look at.
All the memes.
Okay, yeah. So we had the cat from earlier. That. What Connect train will you get? I think we've done that one before. Trams.
Love some trams.
Oh, someone says the weird mitosis car from earlier still exists. Albeit in really horrible, horrible condition.
Oh my god. It's just in the middle of what looks like a housing development.
It's just scrap. You just have scrap. Like, if
this is our giant pile of tetanus. We let the kids play around it.
Right, here we go. Jim Ford's Amazing Niagara. It talks. Oh god, it's 5 minutes long.
It talks? It shouldn't. I think machines should know their place and never talk back to us.
This is why I'm against AI and creating sentient machines, because it's just going to be a whole nother, like... It's going to be like a whole new kind of racism and moral philosophy that we're not ready for.
But then, something strange happened.
I have a habit of coming down at night.
Okay, so he's gonna...
11, 10 o'clock at night. And run the last
Jim Ford. That's like the most American name I could imagine. Jim Ford.
So his train makes noise.
And I brought it down. It was 10:30 at
Don't
night.
most trains do that?
Yeah, but it's a model train that plays sound recording.
Again, realistic chuffing sound. They had that since like the 70s. As James May has sort of informed us.
Hold on, a ghost speaks through the train.
So I shut it off quick and
Hold on, the train spoke.
An absolutely ghostly voice. A voice. An absolute voice. So I shut it off quick.
The train was speaking to him.
Thought about it a minute,
Train's haunted.
Turned it on again.
Train's haunted. What? Load to go. Train's
Load to
haunted.
Drop something off and I said, Ken, you're not
Okay, ghost toy. Okay, ghost train. All right, I can imagine that. Ghost toy train.
I'm telling you, it talked. It said something.
It's the ghost of a little toy man who was kind of just knocked about by the train and now haunts the toy train.
2 months went on. Never did it again. Never did.
There was like a bug on the track.
And one night,
There's just a spider. It just ran over a spider one day.
and it spoke to me. It talked. So I quick grabbed tape recorder.
The train is talking to me.
And tape recorder.
Jim,
Oh, you
Jim,
recorded
please
it.
come up.
Get
It's
my
dinner
wise
time.
guy's son to hear it. A couple days later, he comes over.
To get my wise guy son to hear it. Yeah, my fucking wise guy son doesn't believe that the train's talking to me.
How do you believe
Yeah.
it? He says, I never heard anything like it in my life.
That little
Can you
asshole.
believe it? My own
Do
son.
it for 'em, but we
That
couldn't
little
make it
shit.
for it. Month later, somehow I'm pushing it back and forth and sequencing it and blowing the horn.
What?
It happened
I love that like the camera
all
just
the
zooms in and out every
friends,
now and
members
then.
of the club I'm in. Yeah, but I don't know. They
We
don't
gotta
listen
make
to
this
the
guy more
voice.
interesting.
Well,
Just kind of zoom in and
I
out.
did the tape recording. Finally, my son said, "Why don't you call the?"
Are we gonna have like any? We're gonna cut. Finally, we cut to some B-roll.
And said, "I love the
Oh my
locomotive.
god.
It's marvelous,
That's not
but
B-roll, that's
you
just a
get
different
called."
camera of the same guy.
And they sent a beautiful letter back. We had great correspondence, and he said, "We've been waiting for you to call or write
What?
because there are far less than a handful of these in existence, and we just made it as a
What?
lot. We never dreamed it would that you'd even be able to trigger it in. It's a random thing, totally random."
So hold on, there's a voice recording on like the sound files that train
This is
has,
on the layout all
and he
the
just
time.
happens to have one.
Oh!
So it's not
Listen to
haunted.
the locomotive that talks. The grandkids love it. I asked Fred and Pat.
So it's just like an Easter egg.
Offer it commercially.
But like
Because
only a
I think
handful of them were made with that ability.
for their grandson or granddaughter.
Wow.
Beautiful sound.
That's actually really neat.
Like to hear it?
I like it.
That's just, oh.
Someone in chat said, quote unquote, blowing the horn.
QSI
Okay,
told
Jim.
that only a very few US-1 equipped engines have this.
I
think
don't
I
like
can
the sound
in
it
them.
makes.
If you've got an engine with a QS1 sound
I can't
system,
hear it.
you might want to check and see. If
Hold
you've
on,
got one of
hold
these.
on. I'm gonna rewind it, Mike, and I'm gonna stay quiet. Or do, you know what? Do you just want to like play it on your end for a second? Just
Oh, now I can hear it. Oh.
QSI told Jim
I
that
feel
only
like it should be
very
playing
few
in like the
US-1
background
equipped
of like a
engines have
Mandela
this. I
effect
think I
video,
can
like one of
feature in them.
those
If you've
one of
got
those
an
like
engine with a
ARG
QS1 sound
VHS
system,
tape videos. It
you
just
might wanna
sounds so
check and
It does
unsettling.
sound like
got
that.
one of these rare
Yeah.
units. Here's how you do it.
Huh.
We bring the engine in neutral.
Bro is
fire
not Ivor the
forward.
engine. Only Ivor the engine can get away from with having a person make the chugging sound.
Neutral. Fire to forward. We then.
It almost sounds like a Sonovox.
Now they say to reverse the engine, and while doing so, we have to blow the whistle
Oh my
3
god.
times.
Look at
They've
all
got
these...
instructions on
he's
how to do it.
sequencing- He's sequencing the speed run. Watch now, he's gonna have that train sort of build up momentum and then kind of like
Now we go back to
backwards long
neutral,
jump into an
fire
alternate
forward.
dimension.
We shut the bell off. And we should have sound. And here it is.
That sounds disgusting. Who made that? Who thought, I know what we're gonna do? I know what we're gonna do. Oh, yeah, that's basically how I feel about it.
I don't even think you tried it all.
I know what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna lean into the mic and like really creepily, like I'm a stalker leaving a message to the person, to the woman who's clearly got a restraining order against me. What? Why?
Yeah, stop it. Do
Why?
that.
You see how you immediately you're unsettled. I felt unsettled doing it. I hate this. I hate everything about this. ToT ASMR. I can give you ASMR. It's not that. I can lean into a microphone and I can talk real gentle and I can clack my fingers on the microphone, give you some like real ASMR shit. Let me crack my knuckles. Train of thought and Mike present weird ASMR. Someone's just saying
Unusual
stop
ASMR.
now. This is
Awful.
terrible. It's saying I think I can, you deaf man. Look, it's hard to make out. It's not only coming from a speaker, like a cheap speaker in a model engine, but it's also then being picked up by another sound recording device. Right? Sorry, my ears aren't perfect. Oh God! Right, I'm calling it quits to this. I'm done.
What? Wait, no, wait.
Wait, what?
We gotta. You're not gonna look at that and tell. We gotta at least have a look at this here first. The one at the very bottom.
I love it. I love it. I want one.
Peak performance.
I want to build one. I want to build one of these, take it to my nearest tram stop, and just ride up and down the Manchester B network on one of these, like Buster Keaton in that one thing.
Just getting chased by the police. Like, sir, you can't do that. Sir, you can't. You need a license. Sir. It's just like, they can't catch you. You're too fast.
Oh, no. Right, please. Okay, no more posting.
There's too many of these.
Don't post. We want to end the stream. Men at work.
No posting. I sure hope they are.
I like the sign that says men at work, and it points to this one person saying, hold on, is that a woman? My brother in Christ, they're all women cleaning this engine.
Huh? Fucking huh emoji.
This is the railroad pipeline. You start off obsessed with trains. The next thing you know, you're wearing dresses, makeup, and questioning why you were born a man. Oh dear. Hey, and the boats.
Transgender.
And the boat
Thinking
explodes.
of Lusitania. Is that the Lusitania?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
Also, wait a second. Electric Mike's biggest fan. What?
Electric Mike's biggest fan? I think that might be D-Man typing.
Oh, thank you. I'm very flattered.
The traditional stream hot dog in the usual place. Right, that's the end of the stream. I'm calling an end to it here.
We're done.
Yeah,
Penguin.
Pemgin. Okay, no more. We're done.
We need to stop. This is getting out of hand.
We're done. Oh God. Oh God. Right.
Oh, thank you all for coming.
At least buy me dinner first.
God damn it. Penguin.
Right, let me get some music up. God damn it!
Ooh, use the use the one that I sent you before.
The really heavily bit crushed Christmas music?
No, the Happy Christmas War is Over 8-bit version.
No,
you
because I
scrolled
want
up too far.
No, because I want.
Scroll down.
What, this one?
Yeah, that one. It's pleasant. It's fun. It's nice.
Yeah, but it's Christmas music. I don't want Christmas music.
Yeah.
Then we play the Tugs theme. This is what I play the Tugs.
Let's do both at the same time.
This can't be a train of thought. Hold on. How long does the Tugs theme go on for? A minute and a half. Okay, so I'll skip this song so there's a minute and a half of it left. And we'll play both of them at the same time. You happy? You happy?
Yes,
it's going to be the most discordant ending to one of these streams ever. So we're going to play that.
I've got to go to YouTube. I've got to put the stream on. I've got to listen to this.
Let me turn up the Tugs music as well. Okay, so this is just absolutely... You know what? Just for the sake of it, let me open something real quick. Oh, let me just turn the tugs.
Oh my god.
Turn the tug steam down because it's drowning
Yeah,
out. There we go, it's drowning out. There we are. Let me get some extra music going as well. There we are.
I'm watching the stream now and hearing it back in an echo. I feel like I'm in hell. I am in hell, ToT. Oh god.
This is exactly the way YouTube intended streams to be ended.
Oh lord.
This is exactly what Mr. Google wanted.
This is not okay.
Look, if Alan Turing saw this, he'd cry tears of joy. This is what he invented the computer for.
Hold on, I'm gonna put another copy of the stream on. Just add
layer
extra
it.
Echo.
Just layer the echo.
Yeah. Just it's not enough yet. There we go.
Actually, that's a good idea. I'll end the stream by playing the stream. I'm about to give everyone a headache. Everyone's had fair warning. You've all had fair warning. I'm about to ruin everyone's ears. There we are. We ready?
I'm afraid.
Okay. I'm turning the volume up. Now it's gonna start looping. This is gonna be awful. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm turning it up even more. Okay, I just decided to clap, so I've got an indicator of. Oh god, I just heard the clap on stream. This is awful. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this. Mike, help! Mike, help! I don't know what to do. I hate this. Mike, help! No! Mike, help! Oh god! I don't know what to do. God. And Mike, your laughter's getting layered. Oh god! Oh god! Your laughter's getting layered. Oh god!